The European Union has announced its decision to remove Ghana from its money laundering and terrorism financing list. The decision follows meetings held between President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the President of the European Council, Charles Michel, as well as the European Commission during his two-day working visit to Brussels, Belgium. A statement issued by the Communications Directorate of the Jubilee House on Friday said, as a consequence of the meetings, the European Union acknowledged the efforts Ghana had made in implementing the action plan of the International Country Risk Guide in record time. It said the Commission congratulated Ghana for the reforms embarked on, as well as the sustainable, robust systems deployed towards being taken off the list. Consequently, the Financial Action Task Force FATF, the Global Money Laundering and Terrorist Financing Watchdog, is expected to announce in June 2021 that Ghana has been taken off its list of high-risk third world countries with strategic deficiencies in anti-money laundering and countering of terrorism financing. The statement said the European Union also indicated the selection of Ghana as a possible manufacturing hub for COVID-19 vaccines in Africa. This, according to the Commission, follows the initiatives already taken by the government of Ghana towards the domestic manufacturing of vaccines. The task force teams from the European Union and Ghana will meet shortly to discuss modalities towards the realization of this initiative, which in principle could be supported by the European Investment Bank.
The government of Ghana plans to construct an estimated 6,000 kilometers of roads nationwide over the next 4 years. The Minister for Roads and Highways, Mr. Kencity Media, said 6,000 kilometers of roads out of the 11,000 kilometers of programmed roads will be completed in President Akufo-Addo's second term. Taking his turn at the minister's press briefing on Sunday in Accra, he said the roads to be constructed include town roads, cocoa roads, sino-hydro roads, and roads that come under other critical projects. The minister also stated that between 2017 and 2020, the government had constructed about 4,000 kilometers of roads in the country.
We have programmed to do between 2021 and 2024, 11,000 kilometers of road, out of which we are convinced and we are hopeful and we are confident that 6,000 would have seen total completion, and the remaining 4,000 would have been at different stages of completion, some of them substantial completion by 2024. This is the program for the road sector that has been put forward by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa's government. And let me remind you that between 2017 and 2020, we had done and completed 4,000 kilometers of road. We have done, as part of government year of roads, particularly 2020, we selected across all the 16 regions of our country 81 roads, totaling 2,167 kilometers. And when we did the costing, it will come to the region of 7.8 billion Ghana cedis.
Mr. Kencity Media also indicated that government intends to construct 120 of 200 programmed bridges nationwide over the next 4 years and complete 25 interchanges within the same period. Mr. Media disclosed that between 2017 and 2020, some 50 bridges were also constructed nationwide.
If you come to bridges, we have programmed 200 bridges across the nation, and we have the statistics for each one of them. We have their age portfolios, we have their lengths, their width, and we know what is supposed to be done in each of these 200 bridges. We have tasked ourselves to complete at least minimum 120 out of these 200 by 2024. this 120, together with the 50 that had been completed during the first term. Between 2017 and 2020, the ministry and the government completed 50 projects, some of them major, around the length and breadth of our country. And as programmed, we intend to do 200, and all these 200 will be started, but we will bring to full completion 120. So the 120 plus the 50 already completed. President Akufo-Addo would have completed 170 bridges across the country minimum, whilst the rest, as aforementioned, would have been at different stages of completion.
The minister further disclosed that the Pokwase interchange will be fully opened to traffic in the first week of July this year to help ease traffic congestion on the Accra-Nsawam highway.
As at now, and during President Akufo-Addo's first term, as many as 9 interchanges took off simultaneously. 3-4 of them have gotten to substantial completion stage, and God willing, first week in July, His Excellency the President will officially commission the Pokwase interchange. It would have been brought to a total full completion. And this is a project that's got started from the scratch, from the very scratch, by President Akufo-Addo's government. And this is an interchange which is the first of its kind in West Africa. And the first, if you talk about the whole Africa, the second after the interchange at Durban in South Africa.
The roads minister disclosed that government had paid 10 billion Ghana cedis arrears owed road contractors since assumption of office, with some of the debts dating back as far as 2011.
Government so far has paid about 10 billion to contractors. And we started from behind. We started paying for IPCs, interim payment certificates, from as far back as 2011.
He said government needed about $10 billion, the equivalent to about 60 billion Ghana cedis, to fix all major roads in the country, and added that the ministry's doors were opened to welcome any good suggestions that would help fix the country's roads. He said government had signed a 5-year reliability defects with road contractors, which will mandate any contractor to fund the routine maintenance works on a road constructed shoddily for 5 years. The move, he said, was to curb poor road construction and ensure value for money.
Since last year, instruction and directive had been given that all contractors will bear 5-year defect liability period. Under my watch, if any road is found to be shoddily done and certified by an engineer, both the contractor and the engineer will be taken on. And all my engineers are here. I respect each one of them, but I'm not afraid of any one of them. I respect each contractor in this country, and I am not afraid of any contractor in this country. And I have the moral courage to deal with any contractor and to deal with any engineer who delivers and supervises shoddy work for the good people of this country.
The Vice President, Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, has commissioned Nano Foods Limited, a pineapple juice processing factory at Nsawam under the One District, One Factory initiative. The factory, formerly known as Aztec and renowned for its pineapple drinks, becomes the 77th factory in operation under the One District, One Factory initiative, which was introduced by the government of President Akufo-Addo to industrialize the economy. Speaking during the commissioning of the factory, Vice President Bawumia revealed that Nano Foods, which had already provided about 100 direct jobs to the youth in the area, can process and package up to 6,000 metric tons of pineapple fruits into pineapple juice per year. This translates into 8 million cans of finished products per year, of which part of it will be exported to American and European markets.
Let me recall that the One District, One Factory initiative is a major component of the 10-point industrial transformation agenda of the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, which is being implemented since 2017. To date, we have a total of 232 projects. These are factories that are at various stages of implementation under the 1D1F initiative. We have 76 factories that are actually operating, and when we add this, it will be number 77. So Planting for Food and Jobs was a first step. 1D1F is the second step to linking agriculture to industry.
Vice President Bawumia highlighted the success story of the One District, One Factory so far, pointing out its successful links with government's other transformational policies, such as the Planting for Food and Jobs.
This is the way to enhance agricultural productivity, scale up production, add value to what we produce, create jobs, increase incomes, and improve livelihoods.
Vice President Bawumia also expressed optimism that the One District, One Factory initiative could be the game changer in Ghana's post-COVID-19 economic recovery and transformation if well harnessed. With economies around the world ravaged by the effects of the coronavirus pandemic and countries planning to overcome the effects, Dr. Bawumia believes Ghana's strategic revitalization of industries, which commenced before COVID-19 struck, could play a key role in Ghana's economic recovery.
Without doubt, if Ghanaians can capitalize on the innumerable benefits of the 1D1F, it could be a game changer for the post-COVID-19 economic recovery and the transformation of Ghana.
The Minister for Trade and Industry, Alan Chermanting, was among the dignitaries who were present for the commissioning of the factory.
The Appointments Committee of Parliament is to vet the President's nominees for the positions of a Minister of State and 39 Deputy Ministers from Wednesday, June 2 this year. Ms. Kate Adu, the Director of Public Affairs of Parliament, confirmed this in Accra. The scheduled public hearing, which would end on Tuesday, June 15, will begin at 10 a.m. on each day. The Appointments Committee has consequently invited memoranda on the nominees from the public for consideration. They are to reach the clerk of the committee not later than Monday, May 24, 2021, through the address, the Clerk Appointments Committee, Parliament House, Accra, attention to Mrs. Rosemary Sarkodie. The committee urged the public to note that COVID-19 protocols would be strictly adhered to. Consequently, attendance at the public hearing shall be strictly by invitation and be restricted to the nominee and 4 other persons only. President Akufo-Addo submitted a list of the 39 nominees to the Speaker of Parliament on April 21 this year. The House would, however, resume business from recess on Monday, 25, 2021. The nominees are expected to answer questions regarding their stewardship of their former institutions and demonstrate their readiness to serve the nation. Mr. Samuel Okujeto-Ablakwa, a member of the committee from the minority side, recently resigned, and the minority side will have to nominate a new person to replace him. The nominees include 8 females, while all but 6 are all sitting members of Parliament. Some 11 of them retained their deputy ministerial status, even though some had their portfolios changed. Mr. Charles Dubois, previously a deputy minister of finance, has been elevated to the status of a minister of state at the same ministry. Abena Osei Sari, John Ampotua Kuma have been nominated for the Finance Ministry, while Nana Dokwa Isiama Ajay, Michael Ochebefi and Herbert Krapa go to the Trade and Industry Ministry. Mohamed Amin Adam, William Oreku Edu and Andrew Ejapamesa also go to the Energy Ministry. Mrs. Osei Bonsu Amwa, Augustine Collinson Team, and Martin Ajimen Sakosa have been nominated as Deputy Ministers of Local Government and Rural Development. Thomas Imboba and Kweku Amprechum Sapon have been designated for the Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration Ministry, whilst Alfred Tuyayobwa and Ms. Diana Asunaba Dapa, Head of the Office of the Attorney General and the Ministry of Justice. Mr. Yalfred Pon Ado and Mohamed Hadi Tuferu go to the Ministry for Food and Agriculture. Madam Gifty Chumampofo and Mr. John Intim Fojo have been nominated for the Education Ministry. The President has also nominated Mahama Asei Seni and Tina Gifty Mensah for the Health Ministry and penciled Mrs. Benito Owusubio and George Mirkuduka for the Lands and Natural Resources Ministry. Madam Mavis Nkansa Buedu and Stephen Pambain Jalula have been nominated for Roads and Highways, whilst Hassan Tampuli and Frederick Hoping Adom go to the Transport Ministry. Mr. Kofi Amankwamenu goes to the Defense Ministry, and Nana Iya Kwanzaa has been nominated for the Interior Ministry. The other nominees are Nana Poma Boateng, Communications and Digitalization, Abdullah Abanga, Works and Housing, Moses Enim, Fisheries and Aquaculture Development, Kweku Asante Boateng, Railway Development, and Amidu Isaku, Sanitation and Water Resources. The rest are Mako Kweku Mante, Tourism, Arts and Culture, Larry Bazureira Abdu, Gender, Children and Social Protection, Bright Reku Brobe, Employment and Labor Relations, Fatimatu Abubakar, Information, and Ivan Sopoku Bobi, Youth and Sports. Their approval will bring to 86 the total number of ministers, regional ministers and deputy ministers serving in the second term of the President's administration.